When you look at life closely, you see that every action you take is simply a longing to feel complete. You eat because the body demands. You sleep because it needs rest. You seek company because you feel more alive when you are with someone. And you seek sex because nature has built that urge within you. It is not wrong. It is not right. It is simply there. The human body carries within it a longing to reproduce, to continue the species, and nature has designed a mechanism that is powerful enough to draw you again and again. If it were not strong, humanity would have disappeared long ago. So in that sense, sexuality is not a mistake. It is not a weakness. It is a design. But the question is never about biology alone. The real question is, are you living by choice or are you living by compulsion? If the body dictates your every action, you are only a prisoner of your chemistry. When the hormonal tides rise, you are dragged one way. When they fall, you are dragged another. Then your life is not yours. It is run by a program that nature wrote millions of years ago. If you are only living as an extension of that program, then where is your freedom? Sex can be a beautiful experience when it happens consciously, when it is an expression of love, joy, or togetherness. In those moments, two people touch something more than the physical. There is union. There is a glimpse of intimacy beyond words. But if sex becomes the center of your existence, then everything else in life becomes secondary. You may think of it all the time, chase it, worry about it, feel restless without it. That is not living. That is being enslaved by a single function of the body. Now, masturbation is another way in which the body seeks release. Nature gave you this design because your system produces energy continuously. If there is no outlet, the body finds its own. Once again, there is no morality in it. It is not a sin. But the question remains, is it compulsive? Are you driven by it, unable to focus on anything else? Or is it just something that happens occasionally without disturbing the rest of your life? What many people suffer from is not the act itself, but the guilt that society, religion, or culture has wrapped around it. If you label yourself guilty, dirty, or unworthy simply because your biology functions as it does, then you create suffering where there need not be any. The body is innocent. It knows only survival. The mind is the one that judges, condemns, and creates inner conflict. That conflict drains more life out of you than the act itself. The important thing to understand is this: sexual energy is the same energy that powers your life. The same force that pushes you to seek a physical union can also push you to create art, to seek knowledge, to build a family, to invent, to meditate, to grow beyond your current boundaries. When left unconscious, it becomes just a repetitive urge. When brought into awareness, it becomes a fuel for transformation. That is why in yogic traditions, the focus is never on suppression, but on transcendence. What you suppress will return with greater force. What you bring into your awareness, you can transform. So the choice is not between indulgence and denial. The choice is between compulsion and consciousness. If sex or masturbation happens by compulsion, you will feel drained, restless, dissatisfied. If it happens consciously, as a part of life, but not the whole of life, it will not leave scars. It will just pass like a wave, and you will continue. But if you can learn to channel that same force into your breath, your work, your meditation, you will see something else flowering within you. Suddenly, the restlessness disappears. The same energy that once demanded release begins to lift you upward, giving you clarity, creativity, and a sense of expansion. The tragedy for many is that they reduce their lives to chasing this one dimension endlessly. They forget that they are capable of joy without stimulus, of love without possession, of intimacy without body. When you taste these higher possibilities, the pull of compulsive sex or masturbation naturally weakens. It is not suppression, it simply loses its grip on you, because you have found something larger. Remember, the body is not the enemy. The urges are not wrong. But if you spend your life only running after them, you will miss the vastness of being human. You are capable of so much more. You are capable of turning inward, of touching bliss without cause, of being joyful without condition. When that happens, sex and masturbation become just small parts of life, not the center. They happen if they happen. If they do not, you are still complete. Life is not asking you to reject your biology. It is asking you to master it, to sit in the driver's seat rather than being dragged by the wheels. then sex is not a trap, masturbation is not a burden. They are simply functions of a body you inhabit for a little while. The real question is, will you live as a slave to it, or as a conscious being who can use even this energy as a step towards greater freedom? When you look deeply, you will see that sex and self-gratification are not the enemy, nor are they the ultimate truth. They are just small expressions of a much larger energy that flows through you. If you live unconsciously, this energy will keep you restless, always searching for release. But if you learn to live consciously, if you learn to turn inward, this same energy can become love, creativity, joy, and even a doorway to your highest self. Do not fight your biology, and do not become its slave. Simply rise above compulsion, and you will discover a freedom far greater than pleasure, a fulfillment that never fades. This is not about denial, this is about mastery. And once you have mastery, you will know that the real bliss is not outside, it is always within you.